Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, the 19th of June, and I'm just doing a short, very quick, step-by-step, 20 step-by-step practical guide on where to start. The reason why I did that, I've done a one-to-ones with a few people here, and usually I do this step afterwards, so some of you guys will already know about this. But I just find that often people are so overwhelmed when they start that they don't know where to go, where should they be joined to what groups. And I know when I started I had no idea. There were groups, there were WhatsApp groups, there were things like the toolbox, and I didn't know who's who in the zoo. And so that's just what I want. That's just, where do I go, what do I have to focus on? So this is the focus for today is really not on how do you sell or not sell but how do you speak to people. It's not about that. It's literally when you start, where do you start? So let me just share the screen. I just also want to mention, oh, I didn't know that I've got so many screens open. I want to mention this is my own idea. This is what I think. And, there's many groups, there's many lines. This is me. This is about my group. So it's not the one and all for everybody. So what I want to mention is I just want to give some background quickly. So if you're on this call, you are probably in my group, and you've got some uplines. It probably stops with me. I know there's other people on this group as well. So we have different uplines. The focus is really on the people in my team, but you're welcome to do what I'm showing here. Right. So it's just the business builders, 20 practical steps to success. And this is literally for business builders, people who say that they want to do the business. So I just want to give a little bit of background. People don't always know where we fit in. But so let's say you are in one of the lines under me, and then above us we have Mole, usually Mole Westcott. She's using Team Abundance. And then as a sideline of hers is Chris Hutton, and his team is called Team 333. But if you are in under my line, you will fall under Chris's line as well, because we are left and right legs. So we are, have spoken to Chris, and he's quite happy with it that we are using his information as well from Team 333. So what I want to say is, don't try and recreate the wheel. If your sponsor do already have some things that they can offer, don't you go and do exactly the same things. If I'm doing this call, for instance, don't think you also have to do the same thing. Make use of your sponsors. Don't recreate the wheel. And then another thing is that something that I learned years ago, that somebody said to me, your sponsor does not need to be your mentor. My sister is my sponsor. She introduced me to LifeWave, but she never wanted to do the business. So I'm the one helping her, even though she's my sponsor. And so don't feel that the sponsor is the only person that you can speak to, because maybe your sponsor knows 2 days more information than you know. Maybe maybe she doesn't know much more than you do. So reach out and find a sponsor. It will be clever to find a sponsor in the same team. That will be clever, because your sponsor, your mentor, will be somebody who wants you to succeed. So don't go too far out, but just don't get stuck on the idea that you can only speak to your sponsor. You can speak to sidelines, uplines. There's a lot of people who want you to succeed. Okay, so I had 20 practical steps, and after I shuffled it around yesterday, I ended up on 19, but don't worry about that. Okay, so these are the things that I think in my team what is important. First of all, when you join, and this is for you, but also for people in your team, I've got the group that I've got for my users, people who do not want to do the business necessarily, is the LifeWave support group. If you want to do the business, I think it's important to be on that group, because you need to know how to use the patches. You need to know about Zoom calls. You need to know about testimonies and things like that. So if you are in the team and you've got people under you, you are probably going to have your own little WhatsApp group as well, because you want to speak to the people in your team. But regardless of whose group you join, just make sure that you join an uplines group. Do not become the main peanut in the packet. If you are top person, you're at a dangerous place, because what happens, you've got your team under you, and if you never put them in contact with uplines, what happens if you get sick and you can't help them? Or what happens if you are negative, you are not at a good place? What happens with your team? If you have your team connected to uplines, use them, because they will use the uplines energy, the information on there, more people who give testimonies. So don't try and be the main peanut in the packet. Okay. So for me, I've got the LifeWave support group and then the Business Builders group. On the Business Builders group, uh, I will speak more clearly and straight out and have more information, because if you want to do a business, you must be willing to take information and not feel too overwhelmed with too much information. All right, so that's why on the LifeWave support group, I don't really speak too much about business. Right. Then what I said here, optional, you can join the Abundance group, which is Mo's group, Team 333, other LifeWave trainings. I just want to caution you a little bit. When you add a new person, a lot of people say, yes, I want to do business, or they say, you decide for them sometimes. They've got a huge group of people that they know, and they'll be fantastic as a team member. And then you put them on all the groups and you overwhelm them. I want you to think back when you started. You were probably overwhelmed. You probably felt there's so much information, there's so many people, there's so many groups, I've got no idea where to start. I feel start them on your group and maybe one other group, and give them, even if you give them a week or two, just to find their feet. And then if you want, give them the options. If they want to be joined onto the other groups, let them go there. But be careful not to overwhelm them with too many groups. I know when I speak to people, I say, are you on this group? Are you on this group? And they're like, I don't know. I'm on this group and I'm on this group and I'm on this group, but I don't know where I should go, what I should do. So just be careful with that. Okay. So that is optional. I think it's very important to discuss your expectations and your commitment with your sponsor or your upline. Have a one-to-one. If your sponsor knows your upline, if I say sponsor, it could be your mentor, knows where you want to go and what you want to do, then they can help you. But just make sure you commit, you speak to your sponsor or your mentor or your upline so that they know where you want to go. Okay. I made this in bold. So those are the things that I think it's really important. Right. So stay active, and you can stay active with your own orders or with customers that will keep you active. But if you are in this business, if you are on this call today, it's because you want to do the business, you want to earn an income. You cannot do that if you don't use these patches, if you don't have a result, because if you use these patches, you have a result, you're going to speak with a different voice and a different energy and a different excitement than somebody that's literally just selling these patches to make money. So that's very important. Stay active, very important. Okay. This one is extremely important. Focus on speaking X39. This is what I always say is the three things. Speak X39, patch and point. If you can remember those three things, and you focus on that and you keep it as simple as that, you're going to be successful. So if somebody says, I had a question today, what will help for schizophrenia? What will help for MS? What will help for this? Doesn't matter what the question is, the answer is X39. If you want to do this business successfully, you speak X39. You could maybe add Eon and Icewave, but don't start talking about all the other patches. The most important, if you look at Steve and Gina Merritt, what do they say? They speak X39. They don't even talk about Eon and the others. X39. Then, so if the first one is X39, the second one is patch. Patch yourself and patch other people. So there's testimonies, and the other one is point. Point to Zoom calls. Guys, it's very important. We speak about this. It could be Zoom calls, it could be live meetings, but ideally Zoom calls. The business is built on Zoom calls. The reason for that is you don't have to know everything. And a new person can start just by inviting people to the Zoom calls. On the Zoom call, you don't even have to speak. You can put your guest in front of your uplines and use the uplines. And, just say, this person is fantastic. Come to this call. They are fantastic. You're going to hear things they know. I don't know anything yet, but that person really will be able to give you all the information you need. Use the uplines. Also, you're going to hear testimonies. I think we all can testify on being on Zoom calls and finishing that call and being so excited because you heard a new testimony again that just excites you and gives you something that you can go out into the world and just speak with a different energy. So that's what you need to do. You speak X39, no matter what the question is. You speak X39, you pat yourself and other people, and you point to the Zoom calls. Then, next one, have a written and a video testimony. You have that, guys. That is almost one of the most important skills to have, is your testimony. Not only a skill, but a tool in your hands. And it's important to have a 1-minute testimony. Actually, they always say 30 seconds, because if you are standing at the Pick n Pay at the till and somebody says, wow, your skin looks amazing, you've maybe got 30 seconds to speak to them. That's it. You cannot keep them busy for 5 minutes. So you need to practice that to have a 30 seconds or 1-minute testimony. Then you need to practice a 2-minute testimony, where if you're on a Zoom call and somebody asks you to give your testimony, 2 minutes. And then you can have a 10 minutes testimony if you are the guest speaker at some place and you have time to elaborate more on that. But it's very important. So if you don't have your testimony yet, reach out to your sponsor, reach out to me, and we will help you with your testimony. You can write it out at first, but you need to make that testimony. If you don't, nobody feels comfortable with videos. Don't think you are different. Everybody feels uncomfortable with videos. But it's a skill, and I will help you with a video. We can practice it. I've got some tips that I can help you with. It starts with a written testimony. Once you've got that, give it to your sponsor, give it to me, and we'll help you because sometimes we say words that's not important. We say words that's maybe not compliant. Your sponsor will help you to do that, but make sure you've got a written testimony. Once you've got that, and you can use the written testimony, or you can use your video testimony on WhatsApp, on lots of places, on the WhatsApp status. So many people get people reacting to them because they posted their testimony on their WhatsApp status. Okay. Important, attend Zooms regularly with guests. Guys, don't bluff yourself in thinking that you're doing the business if you are on 5 Zoom calls every week without guests. The purpose is, yes, now and then we can attend it so that we just stay in the groove and get some excitement ourselves, but the purpose of the Zoom calls is being there with your guests. It's a business tool that's there for everybody to build their business. A good thing is live presentations. Bonnie, I know you are good with that. And I think there's really a different vibe to live presentations. Depends on your lifestyle, your situation. But either way, get people together and get your guests at that place. Okay. And then if you are a new person in the business, or if you've been there long time, do a business launch. Ideally within the first 2 weeks. They actually say within 48 hours. I just put 2 weeks because I know how overwhelmed people feel sometimes. But within the first 2 weeks, while you're still excited, and I just want to mention, a business launch is not trying to sell to everybody that you know. A business launch, think of it. Let's say you are 60 years old and you now want to start something new in your life, and you open up a shop for baby clothes. All right. Now you are excited about this new shop of yours. What are you going to do? You're going to have a big launch day, a big opening day, and you're going to have balloons, and you're going to have, I don't know what, cake and tea and whatever, champagne or whatever, and you're going to invite all your friends. Your friends are probably all going to be 60 years old as well. They are probably not going to buy baby clothes. They don't have babies, but they've got children. They've got friends who's got children. All you have to do on this business launch is get your friends at your shop And you just want to show them what you are busy with, what's the new thing that you're doing. And they know other people. You're not going to try and sell to all of them. You're not going to try and have a sale on that first day and sell everything in your shop. You just want to introduce them to your new venture. And that is the purpose of a business launch. Just makes it a different invitation to everybody. So they don't have to feel that they are being sold to. They're just coming there to support you so that they can see what you are doing now. That's the purpose of the business launch. And the value of that as well is you don't have to say anything. You can even just say, this is why I'm doing it. And welcome to all my friends, and your sponsor, your uplines, they will do the work for you. They will present the business launch for you. Other people will be there telling their stories. Very, very important, the business launch. Right. And then you're going to start joining your preferred customers and brand partners in your team. And I want to say here, don't wait till you think you know everything about the products, the business, the compensation plan, because then you are never going to start. Just say, be honest. People like honesty. Just say, listen, I've got no idea how it works. I don't understand it myself. I don't know how the business plan works. But you know what? All I know is I put this patch on the back of my neck. My life changed, and I'm so excited about that. And my sponsor will help you. Let's do a three-way call with my sponsor, and I don't know how it works, but we'll get it sorted out. Just get these patches on your body. Don't wait for more knowledge and more knowledge and more knowledge. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make, is because we're scared maybe to speak to strangers. Now we think, I just want to learn more. How does Conocien work, and what can it work for, and where does it come from, and what is in the patches, and how does the compensation plan work, and how many of the 9 steps, and you try and figure out all the 9 steps and things like that. Don't do that. Just start joining preferred customers, joining brand partners in your team. Right. So then you can start looking at the next, gathering more information. So while you're busy joining new people, and don't wait till you've done all the steps, or you've read all the documentation, or you watched all the videos. Don't do that. But here are 2 places that I think it's very valuable. The one is on thisisiteam.com. There's a 10 steps education, and very, very good. How do you speak to customers? How do you do a business launch? Lots of steps there. That's a 10 steps, very good. And you can also ask your sponsor. I have been posting it on our group where they took each of the 10 steps, Chris Harting and his team, and discussed that. So if you don't know where it is, I can give that to you. And then link trees. Now that's a new thing. If you don't know what a link tree is, it's literally, think of a tree with lots of branches and lots of links to more places where you can get more information. It's just a way, instead of having a website, a place where you can store a lot of information. So Chris Harting has made a lot of link trees with amazing information, and that is one place where you can find it. So Chris Harting has got that. The toolbox is on there as well. I think the toolbox has got huge amounts of information, very, very good information. I also made 2 link trees, one on the product support group and one on the business group, with some basic information on there. I also have a Telegram group that the link is also on there. That's also a lot of information on there. Right, so there's a lot of places. That's where you can get more information. And then start deciding on your daily method of operation. Where are you going to find people? It's easy to say, I'm going to speak to everybody that I see, and that's good. But try and find a daily method of operation, because you need to measure your success. If you say, I'm going to speak to 10 people every day, where are you going to find the people? If you're going to wait for the 10 people, and guys, I'm speaking to myself here as well. If you're going to wait for the 10 people to somehow miraculously come over your path, it's probably not going to happen. But if you've got a list of 10 people and you start marking it off, and I've only spoken to 8 people today, and I need to find 2 more, where are you going to find them? Find a daily method of operation to measure your success. Okay. And going back to that information thing that we said, be careful not to think that you are busy with income producing activities if you are watching videos and learning more and more and more. It's not IPA, income producing activities. This decide on the daily method of operation. Make sure that you are busy with income producing activities. Okay, because that's why we are here. Yes, we want to help people, but we are in the business as well to build our own income. Right. Then learn how the compensation plan works. Don't try and understand everything. If you are working towards one-star manager, try and understand that part. You don't have to do 2 and 3 and 4 and 5-star manager or 3-star manager and director and things like that. Just stick to the next step where you have to be. See if you can understand that. If you don't know, ask. But what's very important to do is print this 9 ways to earn. You can find it on your back office. There's a section saying education. You can find it there, or if you ask me, or if you look on my link tree, it will be there as well. Very important, print it out and keep it next to you. I've got mine stuck here on the wall next to me because it really helps. Trying to keep it in your mind, it's not going to work. Print it out. If you haven't done it, here's the thing, number 14, print it out. Okay. And then there's watch this, become a manager in the worst case scenario, or Lifeway for Dummies that I made the other day, videos that you can watch that will explain how you can earn, where you can start earning quickly. Remember, this is a list for the new person. Where can you start? Right. So watch that or ask. Then I would suggest printing a PDF version of a presentation. Now there's many versions of the Zoom presentations at the moment, but it doesn't really matter. Just print some PDF version of a presentation. If you need one, ask me, because what I find is go to a print shop, print it out, put it in a flip file. If somebody asks you, especially in the beginning, you're not going to remember everything. Take out your flip file. Then you've got everything that's there for you. And then you can start practicing to do a presentation. So that's the next step, is practice to present a presentation on live on a people in your lounge or something like that, or on a Zoom call. I will help you with that if that's something that you want to do. But it's not because we need presenters. It's because it's going to give you the confidence to do things. Bonnie, I'm going to use you as an example. Bonnie was really ducking and diving, not to present. She was really not comfortable with doing it. And today she can do it with confidence, and she grew so amazingly. And now she can present at home in live presentations, and she can do it. So it's never easy getting out of your comfort zone. But there's a lot of people who want to help you to become successful and to grow. We are here. We want to help you. So that would be the next step, is getting to the point where you can present a presentation. And the first one is practice, and the next one is actually present. And then step 19 is grow your customers and your team. This is your main goal. Don't wait for step 18. Don't think that you can only start building your business once you can do a presentation. It's got nothing to do with that. Just start as quickly as possible. Use this checklist, print it out, and see, just make sure you mark it off and take it step by step and work with your sponsor to help you. Okay, so I've just got a few sayings here that I thought I would mention. This thing, it says, if you really want to do something, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. Everything is not easy. It's not easy, but if you really want to make a success of this business, and this could be just earning enough to buy your own patches, or it could be to start a totally new life, okay? But if you really want to do it, you will find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. So get that something deep inside and decide what you really want. If you need help with that, if you need help with setting up your goals, just think about what you really want. Book a one-to-one with me. I will help you, and we will help you to reach that. Right. In that video that I posted the other day of Jim Rohn, the one that says, don't spend major time on minor things. He said a few things that really just touched my heart. And one of them was, don't mistake courtesy for consent. I think I typed that wrong. Don't mistake courtesy for consent. Guys, sometimes people are just nice and they listen to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they want to become a brand partner. Maybe they were just nice. Don't mistake courtesy with consent. Make sure you know what somebody's goals are, what they really want, because otherwise we can do a lot of damage to relationships and damage to the company as well. You know, there are companies out there that's really got not such a nice marketing strategy, and people are just like, oh, just keep those people away from me. Don't be that person. We were talking earlier on, it's about relationships. It's about really helping people. Okay. Don't mistake movement with achievement. That's what I said. You can be very busy, but are you busy with income producing activities? Okay. Being busy doesn't mean that you are going to earn. Make sure that you're busy with the right things. And as Jim Rohn says, don't spend major time on minor things. Major things is being in front of the customers, in front of your prospects, speaking to your prospects. That is what is major time. Make sure you spend the major that's major things. Make sure you spend the major time on major things. Okay, so that is my section. I'm going to just stop the share. And I think I'm just going to keep it open and keep the recording. If there's anybody that's got questions, hello, Linda. Hello, Pepe. Welcome to see you guys here as well. Please just raise your hand if I'm going to keep this part, going to record this. If you don't want it recorded, you can ask later on, but I think it will be valuable for other people as well. So please just raise your hand if you've got a question, and I hope this helped you. Yes, Amanda?
I actually don't have a question, but I would just like to share my experience since I started telling people about the patches. What is time consuming is not knowing where to find the right information to send to someone. So I think if that is something that we can also share to new brand partners, is have a list of exactly where to find what to send to a specific person.
Okay. Yes. Be organized to have that ready. Thank you, Amanda. Anything else? Any questions, Bonnie?
Amanda, how do you video yourself? Because I can only do it if somebody videos me. But how do you do it? Because you seem to do it with
I feel so uncomfortable when somebody else is standing in front of me. So, I just put the camera like this in front of me, put it on selfie mode. And remember, what you guys are seeing is not always the first and only version of that. So that's a wonderful thing. You can stop and start again. But what I've learned is a tip for especially want to do videos, stand in front of a window so you've got natural light looking, seeing to you, shining on your face. And I've got just a light like this. I want to just look at this. See my face? So this is a bit not so good, this one. But you'll play around with that. If you've got light in front of you, it just looks amazing. I'm going to try something. I'll see if I can get. Can you see my face now? Can you see the dark things compared? Doesn't work now. Okay, there. See? It just looks better already. So your light makes a huge difference. And then keep the camera a bit higher than your eyes, because if you keep it down here, then I can't do it right nicely now. Let me see. Let's do something. You see my big nostrils, and you can see it's not good if the camera is down there. Where if you keep the camera higher up, you just look better. But I think the biggest tip that I can say, I cannot do 5-minute videos. I mean, I keep on falling over my words and so on. So what I do short little pieces of videos. So I'll say, hi, my name is Amanda. And then I stop. And then I sit exactly in the same space, and then I put it on again, and they say, I want to tell you today about the LifeWave patches, and then I stop it. So I do like 10 videos. If you look at my videos now, go back and you'll see it's not all continuous. It's got little stops in between. And if I'm really concentrating, I just try and keep it as quiet as possible. And then I use a program called CapCut. And it's very easy. And you just say, okay, add the 10 videos together. And suddenly you've got this nice 3 or 4 minute video, and it looks like I've been speaking without any problems. So if I miss one, I just delete it and do another one. So that is what I do. And it's practice. Bonnie, it's practice. It's really
Sure,
practice.
Amanda. Can we have a one-on-one sometime? Because that, whatever you called it, catch up or something.
CapCut.
That
CapCut. CapCut.
probably need to download it, do I?
Just do it yeah, it's very easy. You download CapCut from the Play Store, and then you just say project, and you say new project, and then you can add pictures or you can add videos, and you can just play around with it, and you can add it, you can add words on it, you can do lots of things on it, but it's very easy. But I'll show you if you just give me a shout and I'll show you.
Thanks. And then what did you say you put your camera on to when you're videoing yourself? Selfie.
Oh yes, so I see myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm watching it so I'm showing you this side.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
No, the other day. And I practiced the other. I had to send a picture, but I hate it if it's in horizontal, in landscape mode. But I had to do it in front of a white wall. And I had all the walls, you can see how our walls look, all the walls are dark gray. So I found one wall that's white. But now if my husband stands in front of me, I get so nervous. I just look so terrible. So I took something where I just hang my washing on, and I actually hung my phone on like that over and then there's this nice thing on your phone, Bonnie, that you can set it up. So mine's set up. If I show my hand like that, then it gives me 3 seconds and then it takes the picture. So I was putting that thing, showing my hand, running back to the wall, smiling, and then it takes the picture. And then oh no, it didn't look good. Then I do the hand again. And, see many tricks like that, but we can have a call and we can talk about that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Nothing. So you guys are going to go out and really just do it. Talk to a lot of people and join lots of people. All right. Okay, guys.
Thanks, Amanda. That was so helpful. Thank you for giving us your time.
It's a pleasure. And I will print that thing that I worked from. I'll put it on the Business Builders group. Lou, have you got a question? Just unmute. You are still on mute. You're still muted, Lou.
Hear me?
There, now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. If you're detoxing, I've been detoxing for the last few days, and I felt a little better today, but I've been feeling terrible. So unmotivated. I've been feeling like I've smoked a Zol and I'm completely high, but I'm not floating. It's just I need to lie down.
Okay, what patches are you using at the moment, Lou?
Just the X39.
Okay. Are you drinking water? How much water are you drinking?
Yes. My
how
2 liters and salt, and I've got electrolytes and all those things, and it has helped.
Okay.
But
what I would suggest is try get a little bit more water in if you can, just to flush out the toxins. And what you could also do is maybe just patch, instead of patching for 12 hours at a time, maybe patch for 6 hours at a time. If that is, or you could try patching at night. Just check that, because it could keep you awake. I don't know if the patches is giving you a lot or giving you a lot of energy, so then that might not work.
I've been starting in the morning a bit late, about 9 or 10 o'clock, with my patches, and then I carry on until 10 o'clock at night, which is a very big improvement, because I always used to feel terribly tired by 8 o'clock and collapse into bed, and then wake up at midnight, and so my sleep patterns are improving. So I know, it's okay to detox, but
Okay.
you can't really start the business when you're busy detoxing, because you can't
Well,
think.
you
You
can
can't
actually
think.
take any situation and turn it to the positive if you are really looking for a way. So
Yeah, well,
you
it
can
shows
say
it
you
works.
are no, but yes, but then remember, why are you detoxing? Because these patches are actually working. It means it's
Yeah,
working. Because a lot of
yeah.
people think that little thing can't do anything. It does show it's working. Yeah.
It's powerful.
So
It's very powerful.
So let us know. Maybe try it for less hours and let us know how it goes. But usually it doesn't take too long to detox.
Yeah.
Sandy, I don't know. Do you maybe want to say something on that? It looks like
It's been
maybe you
about
would.
3 days, but I'm much better now.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Uh,
won't be much longer then. Sorry, Sandy.
Yeah.
I think it does depend on how much inflammation you've got in your body, what's going on in your body, and all that, because everyone is different. And I've had people who've had, I don't want to sound awful, Louise, but they've gone on for a good couple of weeks or 3 weeks with detox, and it's definitely worth starting on a slightly lower time on the patch, and then just
Yeah.
don't throw it away, just keep it, because it's only active when it's on your skin. So you can keep them and then use them the next day. But I think just build it up to be the 12 hours. And also, I also wanted to mention that I know we will probably say this about the drinking water. It's important to drink 2 or 3 mouthfuls every 15, 20 minutes, because
Yeah.
what that does is it hydrates the body. If you take half a glass of water every hour, it goes straight into your bladder and you just want to pee all the time.
Yeah.
And so smaller quantities more regularly throughout the day. I never ever drank water, never. I mean occasionally, but I would always drink tea, coffee, or a cool drink or a
Yeah.
Coca-Cola or whatever. And it's just
Yeah.
it's a new habit I've got into. I've always got water, and I always drink every 15, 20 minutes, 2 or 3 mouthfuls. But don't give up. It may take a bit longer, but again, depending what's going on. But and I think just start a bit slower and then build up. Maybe for 3 or 4 days,
Yeah.
do 3 hours in, 4 hours in, 6 hours, and then build, and you'll be fine.
Thank you,
Lou,
Sandy.
I'm
Yeah. I've been taking my
shocked.
patches off and then putting them on the dog.
I'm
Hello?
quite shocked at, I don't know how to put this, but you are looking so good in such a short time. I'm really amazed. So, what I suggested to Lou that I found with my customers works quite well is, rather than, either you can carry on, do it every day, persevere, and just go through this. But if it's too unbearable, then cut back and only do it 3 times a week. Use your patch for 12 hours, 3 times a week, and then build up to 4, or use it 2 times, build up to 3. You know your own body. I found that works well.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think I must use it for the 12 hours, but I'll start reducing it to about 10 hours on, and then put it on my dog.
Okay. Well, do that and let us know. Please speak to
Yeah,
Bonnie, speak to me.
my dog has stopped itching, and the other one is less blind. His cataracts have got smaller in a short period of time, which is
Awesome.
quite fantastic.
Awesome.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Any other questions? Okay. Then
Bye.
thanks, Leo. I'm just going to stop the recording and then just a sec.